How's it going, everyone? I hope you're doing alright. It's SPATIQUED here, lads. I'm just taking it easy, It's summertime. You've got to take it easy when it's summertime, lads. But at the same time, lads, don't let the grass grow under your feet, Do you know what I mean? Like, try and keep moving, whatever you do. Um, Lads, Are yous are you scared? Are yous that are listening to this? Are you scared, lads? Are yous quaking in your little boohies? I'll be honest with yous, lads. I'm a little bit scared that World War III is going to break out. Now, I've been told thousands of times throughout my life that World War III is around the corner. World War III is on the horizon. Oh, Jesus, the North Koreans could kick off World War III. Oh, Jesus, Iraq and Saddam Hussein could kick off World War III. Oh, Jesus, lads, Putin's going to kick off World War III. The Chinese communist lads, they're going to kick off World War III. Uh, Gaza will kick off World War III, or it could be Syria, or it could be Israel. And do you know what, lads? It never happened. World War III never happened. But this time, I totally believe it's going to happen, lads. I really do, because like what's going on between Iran and Israel. That's scary, lads. Like there's missiles left, right, and centre going off, lads. And they say now Trump might be sending. He might be sending the army and the navy and all that to stick up for Israel. Like the tail wagging the dogs. Like this is what they're saying, and like if Trump does that, sure then like it could escalate, and then it's all over the world. The war is like there's no escaping it. That's why it's called a world war, lads, because like it's everywhere in the world. Everyone gets in on the act. They all start fighting each other. So like I know, like, I'm being honest with you here, lads. I am a little bit, just a teensy bit scared. Like, I've made a few preparations. Have you made preparations, lads? What are your plans when World War III starts? Um, I've made one. I just made basic plans, idiot-proof plans, idiot-proof plans, lads. Um, yeah, basically, I just climb under my bed when the sirens go off. Like I'm after stocking up on stuff. It's under my bed now. Cream crackers I have, because they cream crackers they last for yonks. Like they could last you for years. And I've tins of sweet corn and corned beef. Tins of corned beef. Um, oh wait a minute. I have to get a can opener as well. I better write that down. 1 second there, lads. Let me just write that down, lads. Can opener. Can opener. Lads, does can begin with C or with K? I'm not sure. Sure, I'll understand it myself. Doesn't matter if I don't spell it right. Like I'll understand it myself. Duh. So anyway, lads, yeah, I have a chamber pot under my bed, because like when the bombs are falling, you might not be able to run to the bathroom. Maybe you won't have a bathroom because it'll have been blown to smithereens, So an old chamber pot will come in handy. And I've bottles of diluted orange. That'll give me the vitamin C. Oh, wait a minute, lads. Wait a minute, I forgot to get bottles of water. I better write that down as well, lads. Get bottles of water. Alright. I can fill them from the tap later. I just get a few empty bottles. Um, Do you know, like the Irish, the water you get in Ireland from the taps, like it's full of like fluoride goodness, do you know. Doesn't turn you into a big eega or anything like that, you know. Duh. So anyway, lads, yeah, that's all I've got to say, lads. Like, it is frightening what's going on between Israel and Iran. Like, where is it going to end, like, you know? Where is it going to end? Lads, I see a lot of Irish people are on about that the 1980s was a great time and it was a better time than now, the now time, like, you know. Then there's other people saying that the 1980s was terrible, it was very dark, it was like a dark age, and that the now time is better. Well, like, as someone who grew up in the 1980s, like, I can tell you, lads, it was savage good and it was savage bad, like, you know. The savage good part was you had Ghostbusters, you know. You had the cartoons and you had the movies. So you had Slimer and you had the four Ghostbusters, and then you had the woman with the glasses, the secretary woman, you know. Um, you also had Dallas, um, and there was the big mystery, like who shot J.R. That was the big question on everyone's lips, you know. Um, I'm trying to think. You had the Rocky movies, you had the Rambo movies. Uh, you had video shops. You could go down to the video shop, you know, for your videos and your sweats, and you had like you did other stuff too. In the 1980s, I just can't remember a lot of it. Now, on the downside, like on the negative side, lads, the 1980s in Ireland, the priests had a lot of control, lads. You know, if you coughed the wrong way, the priest would come jumping out of the hedge, and he'd shout at you. He'd shout in your face, telling you to cough properly. You know, it was very the priests were like, lads, like the priests were very, very strict back in the 1980s in Ireland, and like the white collar they wore. That white collar doubled as a ninja star, you know. So, like, if you had a priest teaching you at school and you got the wrong answer and he lost his temper, he'd pull that white collar and he'd throw it at you like a ninja star. And Jesus, like, if that hit you, he could kill you, you know. Like, that was the dark side of 1980s Ireland. You know, as well as that, another dark thing was it was pissing rain every day in the 1980s, and you'd mad winds as well, very windy and wet. The 1980s in Ireland, but then again, lads, the now time is also raining a lot and with a lot of wind. So I suppose they even each other out, you know. Yeah. Anyway, lads, let me know what you think. Two questions I want you to answer in the comments. What are your plans for World War Three? Are you going to build yourself a shelter? Are you going to do what SPATIQUED's doing? Are you going to climb under your bed with your chamber pot and your liquids and your foods? Or are you going to move? Are you going to move to somewhere else? And if you're from Ireland, please tell me: do you prefer the now time or the 1980s time? Oh yeah, by the way, lads, in the 1980s, you also had Back to the Future. Back to the Future. Was it Christopher Walken? Was it? Is it Christopher Walken or Christopher Walker? Yeah, I don't know. And you had Michael J. Fox. I was going to say rabbit there by accident. Michael J. Fox. So like in the 1980s, like time travel was possible. In the 1980s, which means that like, you could go to any time at all. So 1980s were probably better than the now time when you think of it, because now, you're not able to time travel. All right, lads, leave it there. Do that day. Like, should I put? Yeah, I should probably put a new outro. I forgot to do the intro. Let me do an outro, lads. This will double as the intro as well. even though it's too late for the intro. We're over 10 minutes now, so let me try and think of one. Um, uh, da, da 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 da. Da 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 da. Stay safe out there, everybody. Stay safe.